You are now listening to Wave a Sound.
Welcome to Versus Mike History. I'm your host, Michael History. In episode 100, Seth joins the podcast to discuss the road to 100 episodes, gaining experience but not getting paid, and House of the Dragon predictions and more. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you choose to listen. Subscribe to our newsletter for updates and podcast recommendations, and join our members-only community on Patreon for access to exclusive content. For everything else, go to versusmikehistory.com. Peace, family. Welcome to Versus Mike History. I'm your host, Michael History. And we got Sess in the building for episode 100. Sess was good.
Hey, y'all.
Yo. So, this is a bit festive, you know?
Yeah, man. This is exciting.
For those who don't know, Cecily is a lifelong friend of mine. But also, we hosted a podcast before Versus Mike History that was entitled Everything is Trash. And
Everything is trash. That is now. What is it? A movie?
Yeah, it's like a TV show. So now Everything is Trash is a TV show about a girl who has a podcast, which is extremely convenient, but nevertheless, it was a failed podcast by us. So that's the story on that. And that's our intro, I guess.
Yeah.
I asked all my guests who come on to the show, what are they listening to? So I'm going to go ahead and ask you the same before we get into...
What am I listening to? Okay, I'm going to actually go into my phone. Crazy. I have been listening to Gwen Bunn, actually. Phase. I don't know if this is an album or a mixtape. Do you know? Have you heard of it?
I mean, if it's on streaming, it's an album to me.
Yeah, word. 12 songs. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I've been kicking that. What else? Kind of been in my Neptune's bag, honestly. Revisiting a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
What else am I listening to? A lot of Alex Isley. I recently saw her.
Alex Isley is great.
She's amazing.
She's wonderful, honestly.
She's amazing. I saw her in Brooklyn like 2 weeks ago, and it was a great show.
Word.
So that's really what I've been listening to.
Word.
What you been listening to?
Oh, nobody ever asked me that back.
Well, you know, I was gonna ask that.
What am I listening to? I'm listening to Meek. I'm listening to Fab. I know it sounds like cliche, but like I'm in a real gutter type mood and feeling. I've been like craving like real rap, like niggas who can really spit. So like Jadakiss and looking up old Rockefeller freestyles and stuff like that. Wu-Tang. Yeah.
Word.
And then like a lot of R&B also. Like I've been trying to stay on the R&B side. Anita Baker stays in rotation.
I love her.
Tank R&B Money. That album is good. That album is really good.
Tank.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
Ari Lennox. Her album is good.
It is good. It took me a
Age,
while
Sex, Location
to get to it, I guess. I mean, in like not actually a while. It was like a couple of days after it came out that I decided to listen to it. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a little tidbit.
Word.
But yeah. So this is episode 100 of Versus Mike History.
Wow.
And
look at you go, flourishing.
Who else would I celebrate episode 100 with than my old podcast partner?
Oh.
You know?
That's so nice.
We get to kick it,
love
talk
that.
shit, talk about, the journey
Word.
of podcasting.
It's been a journey.
Talk about your time in Brooklyn for a bit.
When
you
working at the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a time. It's so funny how like you have like little pockets in your life that like you don't revisit that often.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I was working at a studio in Brooklyn. What year was that?
I don't even know.
Damn, like
Maybe like 2018.
18? Yeah, it had to be then. Yeah, like
Yeah.
2018. And I was literally commuting
Mm.
from New Jersey to Brooklyn on the train
Sheesh.
every day, basically.
Sheesh.
And I was not getting paid for that. Like I got compensated for the time that we were able to be in the studio and do our podcast. And I was basically like a producer. I did all the levels, like I edited all the sessions, met really dope ass people. Like I always talk about the horrible decisions girls.
Yeah.
Like yeah, they were there and I did their like edited their podcasts a lot. But yeah, it was a really interesting experience, a really good experience. It was just that it was so damn far.
Yeah. I bet that
It was
sucked.
so far. And I was there until like the studio closed. So I wasn't leaving probably till like 10 o'clock at night. Deep in Brooklyn. Not on the like Manhattan side of Brooklyn. Like I'm like 5-6 stops off the L. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No one likes to take the L. So
Word.
yes. But yeah, it was a good time. And that gave us an opportunity to do our thing, which was really cool. Because it was like fun. It was like a whole time. Like everybody who came into their podcast would drink, we were able to smoke in the studio. It was all good vibes. So shout out to Preach. If he ever hears this, that's who gave me the opportunity. He was mad dope.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Media is most fun when you get to do all of that stuff and get paid.
Right.
So.
No, I was not getting paid.
Yeah, I know.
So yes, when you do get paid, I'm sure that's like amazing.
So yeah, this is shit, man. It's been a lot of episodes. 100 episodes is crazy.
You've been putting in that time.
It's kind of crazy. I've always thought about like what this episode would be like, and I never like came up with an idea or a plan for what I wanted to do for this episode. But it's kind of crazy. Like I really sat down with a lot of people and I've like created this thing that like exists and people know me for it and I get to use it however I want. And then like, yeah, like,
I mean, it's dope.
And it's crazy because like, okay, so it started Versus Mike History started as a podcast. I mean, I think that's pretty evident. But most recently I've expanded it into a newsletter as well. And that's been a very interesting experience.
Real adult.
Right.
Real adult. I love that.
A real shift. Because it's not like, because one thing that I really wanted to avoid in terms of creating content, like since forever, was like writing. I just never wanted to be a writer.
Right.
But the newsletter just was such an interesting opportunity, is such an interesting opportunity to reach my audience in a different way. And I'm like, yo, what can I provide people that like they'll like, be receptive to, and while also being able to promote the brand at large and, push it further. Yeah. So, and then with the pop-up shop in July, like,
which was dope.
Crazy, really crazy. It's kind of crazy when you have an idea in your head and then like it comes out exactly how you wanted it.
That's very rare.
Very rare. So I've been having a really good time with it, I've been having a really good time with it.
That's good. That's amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, in a moment of transparency, we ain't making that much money over here.
I mean, not yet.
Right?
But like, it's a slow grind.
It's a slow grind. I'm not gonna say that I'm not focused on it or I'm not concerned about it at all. But I'm definitely prioritizing creating a foundation for my brand to be able to live on a long-term basis rather than just try to chase like viral moments or clout or anything like that. Yeah. And I think that this is just the best route for me personally. Like,
And whatever you feel comfortable with, I feel like that's what yields the best like income,
yeah.
like outcome. Oh, Jesus, outcome. You know.
Yeah.
So that's good. But even just like the whole brand in general, though,
Mhm.
like this has been going on for some time.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
And you really just continue to refine it, like just wavy sound in general, like the whole platform that you've set up. It's been like, you know, you just continue to refine it till you're like, okay, this is really what I feel like is for me.
Yeah. But I want it to be, this is the thing though that I struggle with a lot. I want it to be more than just for me. Like, I've created this thing that I'm super comfortable in. Like, like I can live in my own world, like, essentially. But like, really what I want to do is build community. And that's kind of what I've been struggling with a lot lately, because it's not that I don't reach out and, you know, connect with other people and give them a platform to promote themselves, but I more so want to be able to provide useful information to people. And I've kind of been like thinking about how I can like maybe utilize education almost. Like, what can I teach people to be useful and things like that. And that's kind of the ideas that I've been wrestling with lately. But I don't know. Like, it's just a bunch of ideas swirling around in my head, and you know, I'm just recording and writing these newsletters and just putting shit out, and you know, one day it'll just make sense, I guess.
And continue asking for feedback.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You know, it's like, it's tough just because, you know, there's so much information out, you know, and it's all happening so quickly all the time. So really just like getting a feel for what people are actually like getting from the things you're putting out, and like giving feedback in terms of what they would like, I think will help too.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, you know, what's life like for you post podcasting, you know?
Whoa.
What do people do after they quit podcasting? I think somebody wants to know that, someone out there.
Wow.
Into the mic.
It has not been as fun as probably podcasting, I'll tell you that much. I've been working a lot. I was in grad school. I finished grad school.
Shout out to that.
Word. I started a new job. I then got a promotion in that job. So now I have more responsibilities there, while also getting another job for my therapy.
She a therapist, y'all.
Yeah, man.
She be helping people with their heads and stuff.
I be trying.
Yeah.
So it's been busy, and I've also been traveling a lot. I've been back and forth to the West Coast, you know. So that's really what I've been doing: traveling, working, school.
How's traveling been?
Traveling has been cool. It's tiring that I do it so often. I'm ready to actually like sit my ass down, to be honest with you. But it's been cool. You know, I think I really like going to different places and having the time to get comfortable in those other places, to like, you know, develop a restaurant list, like go to concerts there, go to do different things that I would do at home, just somewhere else. I do enjoy that. But traveling these days is like trash, because like the airlines is going through a bunch of stuff.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? Prices are crazy high. You don't get anything for your money for the most part. So, you know, challenges, but also things to be grateful for, because I am very thankful that I have the opportunity to travel. So, yeah.
I haven't traveled a lot lately, but I kind of want to get back on it, just for like content wise. And I know I said that like last time, but I don't know. The last time, like the last, because I know I said that last time. Because I went to Puerto Rico, right? Last year.
Did you enjoy that trip though?
I did.
Okay,
I
good.
really did.
I couldn't tell when you came back. I was like, I don't know if you enjoyed it or
like it was like But when I got there, I was like, nah, like I can't be like creating content and shit. I gotta just chill.
Just be.
Yeah,
I love it.
I gotta just be like, I can't be. Yeah, and I realized that like as much as I love to like produce content and create content in general and stuff like that, like I love experiences more than anything else. Like I love to live in the moment. You know what I'm saying?
I
like,
feel that.
And when I go to concerts, you know, I record a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to record as much as I can and then put my phone away and enjoy the rest of the show.
Right.
But it's tough. You know, it's tough balancing that because, you know, sometimes you got to just hold that phone up or hold that camera up and get that shot and shit.
I literally feel that
you know.
because I don't even put no content out. And like I said, I was at the Alex Isaac concert and I recorded the whole fucking thing because I was just like, ooh, excuse my mouth. I was like, I just have to.
Mm-hmm.
I try to do the same thing. I was like, I'm going to put my phone away for a little bit. But every single time I'm like, I just want to keep this.
Yeah.
So
it's important. Like, because
yeah.
we're living in such a, like, you know, here and then gone era that,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
you want to capture shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's so teetering between, like, obsessing over it and, you know, actually getting a valuable moment. But,
Facts.
you know,
Facts.
it's tough.
Facts.
What are you watching?
Oh my God.
Do you watch anything?
Probably not worth talking about, to be honest. Not, you know, I'm trying to think. Unfortunately, I did watch the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Why you say unfortunately?
Because I don't know, like, it's
You
just
regret
dark
watching it?
stuff.
You regret watching it?
I didn't have to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really didn't
You
need to.
could have went without it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The time has passed.
That's how I feel.
Also, like, the fact that, like, they didn't reach out to any family, like, it's just weird, you know?
Yeah.
Weird vibes. And I could have done without it. But, you know, and it's also just dark stuff, right?
Yeah.
Dark shit.
It's one thing when it's like fiction, right? But when it's like based off of real events.
Yeah.
And then when it hits like your demographic too, like it's like, come on now.
For sure. I will say in terms of like a psychology perspective, that's always interesting to me. Like, you know, like mental illness and things like that. That's always, obviously that's what I went to school for. So there's always a part of it that I'm like, wow, like this is extremely interesting. But you know, another part of it is just like, it's so dark. So I watched that. I actually didn't finish it, but what else have I been watching? I actually watched Tyson on Hulu.
Oh, the Mike Tyson thing. Yeah, Mike Tyson wasn't supporting that.
Oh no, did I mess up again?
Jeez. I mean, honestly, it's who cares. But the story behind that, the brief story behind that is that the show is based off of the play that he starred in. So
I see.
So Hulu got the rights to the play from somebody else, and you know he just happens to star in it. So they were able to use his likeness based off of that. Because the play also is telling his life story, so it's like we gotta way around. Yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation, and you know, that's really all I can say about it. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
People are so trash, man.
It is what it is, yo. That's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Show business.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so skip that. I've been watching Atlanta though, the new season of Atlanta.
Thoughts, because I don't hear a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, me either. But I think people were kind of upset about the last season.
How do you feel about it? Because I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it as well. I thought, obviously, I didn't enjoy every single episode because some of them were a little empty.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I did enjoy it, and I feel like it's kind of a show that, like, for the people who get it, they get it, and for the people who don't, it's just like,
yeah,
you know, too far gone. Because a lot of the references he uses, like, you know, the news clips that, like, he makes these, like, you know, episodes on, it's like you either know what happened or you kind of like don't really.
I think it's crazy that like there were references to Black Panther 2 in the last season, and Kevin Samuels dying right before the episode that he was in came out. Like that's why I didn't understand why people didn't enjoy it, because it was like it felt like it was so on the nose. Like,
yeah.
But and plus, but I honestly I think that like people just forgot people forgot where the story was going. Like the second season ended with them getting on a plane to go overseas. Mm-hmm. But so much time passed between that season and the third season that people were probably just like, why are they in Europe?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel that.
They clearly went to Europe at the end of the last season. But I mean, nonetheless, I think it's a good show. And it's unfortunate that it's not really getting a lot of publicity that it should right now. But it had a good run. Mm-hmm. It did what it was supposed to do.
Because this is the last season, right?
Yeah, it made its impact on the culture. So it is what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably like about it, and probably some documentary somewhere in there, but I can't remember the names. Are you watching anything interesting?
No, I can't say. Well, I'm watching some Star Wars stuff, but like nothing like
interesting. I can never get into that.
Yeah, it's called Andor. It's like a spy thriller. It's kind of hard to explain Star Wars to somebody who doesn't watch Star Wars.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. All good.
But yeah, and I'm watching Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale is really good.
I had to take a break.
Handmaid's Tale, yo. Handmaid's Tale.
Had to take a break.
Shit.
Oh, also House of Dragons.
House of the Dragon, yes.
I'm watching that as well.
You watched all of Game of Thrones though?
All of Game of Thrones.
Okay. So let's get into it then. How do you feel about what's happened so far? Because I haven't had the opportunity to have this conversation on air yet, so you can just do it now.
Man, I mean, there's always so much going on, right? Like, there's always so much going on. Mm-hmm. The episodes are really, really packed, which I think is really cool. Mm-hmm. Like, it keeps it really interesting. Not gonna hold you. I thought the king would be dead by now.
Yo.
But based on the last episode before this one.
Like, this nigga's still kicking 10 years later?
But it honestly is good that he is.
It is.
It made it better.
Yes.
It would be way too predictable, I guess, if he would have been dead at this next time jump.
Because I mean, any Game of Thrones, last one, it's like any Game of Thrones fan would have been like, "Oh, this nigga dying in the third episode." Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Clearly a bitch. Like, but you know, it ain't as cutthroat. Like there's a lot more honor. There's a lot more talk about honor. And,
so
right?
much.
Like,
I'm like, yo, y'all really telling on yourselves?
Swearing your mother's memory. Like, what?
I'm like, y'all really gonna tell on yourselves? That's crazy.
Word. Like Cersei stayed in King's Landing because her husband and then her son, and then she just stayed. Like, that was it. Like, she ain't have to. It didn't take much convincing. Like.
Yeah, by the time it got to them, nobody cared.
They're clearly like, oh, Rhaenyra cannot be queen and none of her.
She's wilding though. She's wilding. Okay.
She lost
because she is. It's just like, all right.
I'm glad you agree with me, because
like, okay.
I was telling my brother this exact thing. I was like, yo, like, I'm riding with her, like I'm rocking with her, but she lost me in the last episode because it's like, yo, you have 3 brown spoilers. Sorry.
Yeah, we've been spoiled.
Yeah. You have 3 brown-haired boys. Brown-haired boys. Your husband is a Valyrian.
Yeah.
You're a Targaryen.
And she knew better. Right?
Your father's a Targaryen. Your mother was a Targaryen, I think. Or she was Valyrian.
Yeah, she had blonde hair.
She had white hair.
Or white hair.
She had white hair. So
silver, yeah.
She's one of the two for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay.
Yeah. But, yeah.
And I'm sure she was probably thinking, like, out of all the children I have, one of them will get one of my traits, right? Because that's just how genetic works, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like,
no,
you never know. Like,
and she been busy them past 10 years.
Clearly,
like, 3 kids. You could just like not have kids no more. Like that's also an option. Like you see what I'm saying? Like she ain't even like for me, I'd have been like, all right, I'ma just chill because you know what I'm saying. Like and it's a you see what I'm saying? And it's a boy. It's a boy, so I already got an heir. He got brown hair. You know what I'm saying? You could just say genetics. Whatever the world, the universe works in mysterious ways. Cool.
Yo.
We're going to do this 2 more times?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Couldn't have been me.
Well, that's why she had to get up out of there. She's like, it's time for us to go.
She straight up.
We have to leave now.
She straight up dipped. Like it was like that episode was funny to me because it was like, yo, you have no other options. Like,
yeah, literally none.
By the end of the episode, it was like
none.
You either stay here and die or you leave. Like, but what's interesting about that last episode is that I don't know what it means for the future because you know Damon also lost his wife, and it's like, all right, so he's gonna want to come back into the family fold and fuck around again with his 2 little daughters, 2 little black daughters.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah, them black girls. I saw a meme. It was like, so you know how to do out here?
Stop.
Yeah.
Valid question though.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, how do you think it holds up to Game of Thrones in general? I've heard mixed things. I've heard that it's good, but it's not that good. I heard that it's on par. Some people said it's better. I don't know.
I think it's on par.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's done a little bit differently, obviously, with the consistent time jumps, but for good reason, right? Because as we can see, there's a lot of time that passes. It's so many years.
I don't know. I mean, like,
I don't think it could be like the time jumps need to be as big, especially with this last one. But I don't hate it, is what I will say.
The 10-year one, I guess I didn't hate it because the actors who like replaced the younger actors, they still did really well. That's something that I definitely, especially Allison. Older Allison did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, she did good.
She was like, she like landed right into that role. But I feel like it didn't reflect. Like, clearly, these 2 people still aren't on good terms. But I feel like there was so much opportunity for them to get back on good terms that I don't understand why it didn't happen. And I don't think the show is, even though the show is doing a good job, I think it's very entertaining. I don't think it's doing a good job of like explaining the depth of the relationships.
Wait, you think that Rhaenyra and Alicent should have made up by now?
I think that there was no real reason for them to have serious beef, especially over the course of 10 years. Because according to what we saw, right? And this brings in outside information, so I'm just going to present it to you here. But based off of what we saw, Alicent is upset with Rhaenyra because she asked her if she slept with Daemon. And she said, no, I swear on my mother's life, I didn't. But then she asked Sir Kristen, like, yo, did she actually sleep with Daemon? He was like, oh, she slept with me. So it was like, you lied anyway. It's like, you lied. And like, even though you didn't sleep with Daemon, you slept with somebody. So you should have said that. But the actress that plays Alicent said in an article that the reason why Alicent has such a grudge with Rhaenyra is because she had a crush on Sir Kristen Cole.
What?
And I'm like, what? When was that ever portrayed in the show?
Until now. Because now
we can see it now.
You can see that they're like, well, he is just, his feelings is just hurt. So like,
he was reassignated.
Right.
Right.
So you can kind of see it now, but definitely not then. Maybe, I don't know. That's interesting,
right?
because if that is the case, then I agree with you. If she wasn't actually mad,
But it's
about the
also
other
like
stuff.
you married my dad.
Yeah, like honestly, kiss my ass.
It's we're even. Like you like your crush liked
That's
me.
fair.
I smashed your crush. You married my dad. I think we're even. Like I think we're good.
Yeah, and then it just got more complicated once the baby got involved. The babies.
Well, let's talk about it. Aegon don't want no parts of the throne, right? That's what that's what I took from that episode. Like he was like,
I'm good.
she's gonna be queen. Like, what's the issue? And Allison's like, are you dumb?
Right. But that's what's going to be the difference, because they're not going to let up on him.
No, I do think that Allison will get through to him, and he's eventually gonna like break through with a more like sinister personality to become like more evil.
Right. Because you kind of see hints of that in the way that he was fighting.
Right. Yeah.
Even though Sir Kristen was encouraging that negative behavior, but you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna get a little.
Game of Thrones
intense.
is so like, oh, these are so sneaky bastards. Like,
yeah, like even the villain guy.
I hate that. Like,
What's his? I don't even know his name.
I hate that. I hate that they have those two guys with coaching the boys to fight in the middle of the tower, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, because they get into a fight, it's so obvious that he was fighting for his kid. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, how is that obvious? Who is that obvious to? Like, you see what I'm saying? And it's like, but it's like, yo, if I'm the princess or if I'm the king, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you throwing around these types of rumors? Like,
Well, no, but he was talking to the dark-haired boys, and he was like trying to coach them, like Sir Kristen was trying to coach the other kids, and he was like telling him to like be prepared and like all this other
but Kristen
stuff.
was coaching them, and then when the other dude started coaching,
But he was clearly favoring one over the other. That was clear. It wasn't fair.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, like, no.
And then it's ironic that Sir Kristen does the same thing that the guy did that he killed.
Word.
It's like, really? Like, that's what we doing? Because you killed the guy over that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. That show is messy already. Super messy.
Like, what?
Yeah, super messy.
Wow, yeah.
I want to see more outside of King's Landing, though. I'm not going to lie. Like,
Explore the realm.
Yeah. Exactly. Explore the realm, please. Like,
Yeah, like what's going on?
Like, I know the show's focus is on one house, but we can't just be looking at one house forever.
Fight.
Like, especially
because that's all they doing is fight.
Yeah, all they do is fight, and it's like, if you got a time jump to tell a story properly, then maybe you just need more interesting characters. Like, I don't know.
We'll see how it develops.
Yeah. So your birthday is next month, right? Yeah. How's that feel? Coming to the end of your 20s.
Yeah, last year in my 20s.
Same,
That's what's
by the way.
up. That's what's up. You know, I feel okay, honestly. Like, I really don't feel away. My body feels away. I can't drink the same way that I used to, unfortunately. I do a lot of like walking, and like I'd be tired now.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, that's kind of like, damn.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel fine. Turning 29, I'm excited for what my 30s have when I get there. I don't feel bad. And the fact that people still think I'm like 15 is, I feel like, has some type of psychology on me in a way.
How were your 20s though? Like, in terms of looking back, like, how do you think that? I don't know. It's like, I feel like that's such a hard question because it's like, oh, do you think you did the right thing? Like, fuck no.
I mean, what is the right thing?
Exactly.
I'm like,
oh, did you spend your time like no, because I would be rich by now. Like if I had the knowledge now that I had at 19.
Maybe
if 19 me had 29 me brain.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit more advanced.
Yeah.
But my
For sure.
20s, they were just real fundamental.
Yeah.
Feels like, you know, like a lot of groundwork. I will say that when I think back into my 20s, I'm like, each year I did continue to get higher in whatever position that I was in, whatever job I had. So things did continue to grow. Yeah. So I'm like, that's a good sign, you know, I guess. So yeah, I mean, real fundamental. It's been cool. You know.
What about that dating life?
Wow. Do you really? Man, I'm not dating. I have a boyfriend.
Okay. Shouts out to love. Right? We in love, right?
We in love, man. It's been a while.
Shouts out to love. Get in your bag, stay in your bag.
Annoying. Annoying. Yeah, it's been cool though. Like, again, I'm not gonna say it's been easy at all, because it has not been. Trials and tribulations. But, you know, I feel like I'm in a comfortable space right now. Not really routine, because like I'm not great with those, but just, again, very intentional, more intentional than ever before. Right? I don't know what's in store for the next couple of years, but, you know, open-minded.
You feel like you're in an adult relationship? For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm in an adult relationship. Sometimes it's like too adult.
Damn. Well,
only because, like, you know, you always gotta go through things.
Yeah, you gotta
individually and together all the time.
Gotta talk shit out. You can't just avoid it.
Right.
Gotta go through it. Like,
and that's with anyone, any relationship.
Sucks, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's like hard, but it's fine. It's good that we get accustomed to working through things.
Yeah, but yeah, and I'm not like trying. I don't want you to like focus on the negatives, but like we just talking real shit right now.
Exactly.
Like, it's like relationships are hard, like, and like any type of relationship is hard. Like not just a romantic one, you know. Facts. Like sometimes it's hard maintaining a friendly relationship.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you go months without seeing your friends, like, and it's like, damn, do niggas even fuck with me at all? Like,
I'm done. Yeah, man. Don't take it personal. It really is just, again, like, I don't know.
We all trying to figure it out here.
Exactly. And like, I'm sorry, but the time just be feeling like it is just going.
Yeah.
Should just be out. You know what I mean? But I also think it's important to stay intentional and make sure that you check in with your people.
That's for sure. In
any way you can. Like, you know, you might not always be able to like pull up on them or like see them in person, but like,
yeah.
And I suck with my phone, but I try.
Yeah, it's important to at least send the message, you know. I think that we get lost in like, oh, it's been this long, or oh, I haven't seen this person in however many weeks, years, months, or anything like that. But I think that like just reaching out to people sometimes is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if they don't necessarily reply, or, you know, like, just send a message and be like, yo, hope you good, checking on you, hope you're in a good space. If not, sending some love your way.
Facts.
And you know, maintaining relationships. We live in this era where like people seem to not value relationships that much, and I don't really. It's really disappointing. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, like I wish that people would kind of be more invested with other people, rather than just like in people's lives, and not in the person actually.
Yeah, I mean, because that's how you build, like, true community,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like taking the time. And again, I'm really like not good with my phone, but I'll try to be if I see somebody call me, I'm like, I'm gonna call them back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if it takes me, like you said, not letting the time pass prevent you from still reaching out. Because I think that happens a lot. Like, like, oh, dang, like, I didn't respond in 2 days. Like, they probably don't care no more. It's like, no, still respond.
Yeah, like,
Whatever.
I mean,
Whatever.
it's been 2 days, but it's only been 2 days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Still
yeah,
send it. Whatever.
It's relative. It's relative. And I think that's a nice little point to end on.
Word.
This has been fun. We touched on a lot of different things. This wasn't the typical episode. This was kind of more just friendly and very comfortable.
Yeah, because I'm goofy, y'all.
Yeah. We at home with it.
Word.
But yeah, do you want the people to find you on social media? You don't have to.
Yeah, I mean,
you can plug.
Sure.
Plug whatever.
What is my social thing? I'm like, what is it? My Instagram is CesTheGawd.
Mm-hmm.
CesTheGawd. You can follow me there on Instagram, and on Twitter, I am the pretty_gypsy. So that's my socials.
Everything versus Mike History can be found at versusmikehistory.com. We're on Twitter at VSMikeHistory. We're on Instagram and TikTok and the Fanbase app at Versus Mike History. Subscribe to the newsletter.versusmikehistory.com. That's a new link. I just got that worked out.
Hey.
And yeah, Patreon. Subscribe. Exclusive content. We're trying to build that community there. I want to do some Twitch stuff soon. I just don't know what to do on there. I don't want to be academics or any of those other guys. But yeah. All right, black people. We out. Peace.
Bye.